Hello and welcome to Easy English Conversations. I'm Alex and I'm here with my co-host Sarah. Today, we're focusing on one of the most important topics for daily English talking about your family. Sarah, why is this so essential for beginners? Great question, Alex. Family comes up in almost every conversation, whether you're meeting someone for the first time or filling out forms. Knowing how to describe your family clearly helps you connect with others and share about yourself confidently. That's right. Throughout this episode, we'll introduce key vocabulary, go through simple sentences, and even practice real conversations. By the end, you'll be ready to introduce your family in English, whether you're chatting with a friend or in a classroom. And as always, we'll speak slowly and clearly, so you can listen and repeat. Plus, we'll end with a fun role-play challenge to help you use what you've learned in real life. Let's jump right in and start with the basics. To begin, let's go over some important family words. Sarah, can you help us with the pronunciation and meaning of words like mother, father, sister, and brother? Of course! Mother is your mom, father is your dad. Sister means a female sibling and brother is a male sibling. Listen carefully. Mother, father, sister, brother. Notice the soft sound in father. Try saying it with me. Great tip. And don't forget about grandparents. That's your grandparents on both sides, grandmother and grandfather. We also have aunt, uncle, and cousin. Sarah, can you give a quick example for each? Sure. My aunt is my mother's sister. My uncle is my father's brother. And cousin means the child of your aunt or uncle. For example, I have 3 cousins. Practicing these words out loud helps you remember them. Now that we know the words, let's talk about how many people are in your family. Sarah, what's a simple way to say this in English? You can say, there are 5 people in my family, or I have 2 brothers and 1 sister. The structure is, there are number people in my family. The verb are matches the plural people. That's clear. This pattern works for any number. For example, there are 3 people in my family. Or, I have 1 brother. Try saying your own number as you listen along. Exactly. And if you're not sure, you can say, my family is big, or my family is small. These are good alternatives, especially in casual conversation. Let's add more details. How can you say what your family members do? For example, how do you talk about your parents' jobs? A common way is, my father is a doctor. Or, my mother works in a school. Use is for jobs and works in for places. For siblings, you might say, my sister goes to college, or my brother is a student. That's helpful. Notice the simple present tense, is, works, goes. These verbs show what your family does now. You can mix and match my mother is a nurse and my father is a driver. And if someone doesn't work, you can say, my grandmother is retired, or my little brother is in kindergarten. This way, you can describe everyone in your family, no matter their age or occupation. Another common question is about where your family lives. What are some simple ways to answer this, Sarah? You can say, we live in New York, or my family lives in a small town. If your parents are from different places, you might say, my mother is from Mexico and my father is from Canada. Adding more details, you could mention your home type. We live in an apartment, or we live in a house with a garden. This gives listeners a clearer picture of your family life. Exactly. And to ask about someone else, you can say, where do you live? Or do you live with your parents? These questions help keep the conversation going. Let's see how this works in real life. Imagine you're meeting someone new. How would you introduce your family? You could start with, hi, my name is Sarah. There are 4 people in my family. My mother, my father, my sister, and me. Then add, my mother is a teacher and my father is an engineer. That's a clear introduction. You can also share something personal. We live together in Seoul. Or, my sister loves to read. These details make your introduction more interesting. And it's polite to ask about the other person too. What about you? Do you have any siblings? This shows interest and helps build a friendly conversation. Politeness is key when talking about family. Sarah, what are some friendly phrases we can use? You can say, "That's nice," or, "Wow, your family sounds wonderful." When someone shares, respond with interest. For example, "Oh, your brother is a doctor? That's impressive." And if you don't understand, it's okay to ask, "Can you repeat that, please?" Or, "How do you say that word?" Being polite encourages others to help you learn. Exactly. Small talk is about sharing, listening, and asking questions. Simple phrases like, "What about you?" or "Do you have brothers or sisters?" keep the conversation going smoothly. Let's talk grammar. When we describe our families, we often use have and the simple present tense. Why are these important, Sarah? Because they help us talk about facts that are true now. For example, I have 2 sisters. We say have for I, you, we, they, and has for he, she, it. She has 1 brother. That's right. And verbs like work, live, and go all use the present tense. My parents work in a hospital. My brother goes to school. Simple, clear, and correct. Practicing these patterns makes speaking smoother. Try making your own sentences. I have a big family. My father works in a bank. The more you practice, the easier it gets. Pronunciation can be tricky, especially with family words. Sarah, do you have tips for sounding more natural? Absolutely. Listen for the linking sounds. My, mother, my, sister. Native speakers often connect the words. Also, stress the first syllable, mother, father. Try repeating after us, my mother is a teacher. Notice how my and mother blend together. This makes your speech smoother and easier to understand. And don't worry if you make mistakes. Record yourself, listen back, and practice. Over time, you'll sound clearer and more confident talking about your family. Now let's practice a real conversation. I'll play the student, and Sarah will be my classmate. Listen carefully, then try repeating each sentence after us. Hi, Alex. Tell me about your family. Sure. There are 5 people in my family. My mother, my father, my 2 sisters, and me. My mother is a nurse, and my father works in an office. We live together in a small house. That's nice. I have 1 brother and 1 sister. My brother is a student, and my sister is a baby. We live with our parents in the city. Great job, Sarah. Listeners, now it's your turn. Pause the podcast and try describing your own family using the sentences we practiced. Don't forget to include details like jobs and where you live. To wrap up, we have a special challenge for you. Imagine you're meeting a new friend. How would you introduce your family in English? Take a moment, think about your answers, and try speaking out loud. Use sentences like, I have 1 sister. My father is a driver. We live in Istanbul. Practicing with your own details makes the language real. If you want extra practice, record yourself and listen back. Or try the conversation with a friend or in front of a mirror. The more you practice, the more confident you'll feel. And remember, making mistakes is part of learning. Each time you try, you're getting better. That's all for today. Thanks for joining us to talk about family in English.